I am a little skeptical for the new Doom game. I know, shocking, since Doom Eternal is probably one of my favorite games, and I still play it constantly. I'm a little skeptical for the new Doom game. I hope it's good, but what I've seen about it and everything around it, I'm not feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I get it. They don't want to make Doom Eternal 2, which is completely fair. They want every single Doom game to be different from one another. And I'm cool with that idea. It's actually a very unique thing to do. Trying to make every iteration of the game's franchise a different version. But what I'm skeptical about when it comes to the game is just a few things that I'm just a little confused by. One of them being the story being a bigger focus in the game. I don't know how I feel about that in a Doom game. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, when I play the Dark Ages, I'm just going to fucking skip the cutscenes. I don't care about the story at all. I think the story for Doom isn't that great, especially in Eternal, where they just fucked it pretty bad. So, I also think the name's a bit clunky. I don't know if this is just a me thing, but the Dark Ages? That's just a clunky title, right? Or is that just a me thing? You know, you get Doom, Doom Eternal. You would think they would name the next Doom game like a one-syllable name, like Eternal. So maybe like Doom. Wasn't it originally supposed to be Year One? I mean, that's a bit better. I just don't think the name is very good. Which it doesn't mean it's going to be a horrible game. It still actually might be a good Doom game. And seeing the people talk about it online saying they prefer this one over the Eternal, which are the same people that prefer 2016, which is like, okay. And some of the mechanics in the game, it seems like they're just kind of catering to people that complain about Eternal a lot of the times, which I don't know how to feel about, which is why I think they did a bigger emphasis on melee, because everyone was bitching about Doom Guy barely not doing any damage with his basic melee, which is a retarded fucking thing to balance the game around those type of people. But hey, whatever. I also think it's kind of stupid that they're adding mech and dragon gameplay. And the reason why I think that's pretty stupid is because another big complaint of Eternal was that you see these mechs off in the distance, and the very select few people complained, oh, I don't get to pilot a mech. So now, of course, they have to course correct and allow you to, pilot a mech. And I haven't the impression that the mech sections and the dragon sections are going to be kind of like that one section in Doom Eternal with the Revenant, where everyone just kind of sighs whenever that part comes up. Luckily, that part is only barely a minute, and it's the worst part of the game. And it seems like in the Dark Ages, like a good 20% of the game evolves around the mechs and the dragon part. And I am not looking forward to that. I think those parts are gonna suck. I also don't like the idea of them going for a parry option for the game. I'm not much of a parry window person in games. I prefer not to do those. They're not that engaging. I mean, oh no, look, parry at the exact time you see that. One of the reasons why I never played Sekiro. And yeah, I know they're adding options in the settings where you could adjust the parry windows and crap, but that doesn't really make the parry window just completely disappear in the entire game. You still have to do them for the most part, it seems like, which is what I'm not looking forward to. But yeah, I don't know. Everything I've seen of the game doesn't really interest me that much. The only thing that I've been actually pretty interested in the game has been mostly the weapons. The weapons look kind of neat, but that's about it. I don't know. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong. I'm still going to play the game. I'm still probably going to see what it's all about. I just don't really think I'm going to enjoy it as much as Eternal. And I guess I should know that going in. Like, there's no way it's going to surpass that fucking game. And that's fair. Maybe that's why I'm just not really looking too forward to the game. Because I already know going into it, it's not going to beat Eternal. I already know it. Seeing how it plays out, seeing how they decided to make all fucking melee actions one button, simplifying the gameplay in that way as well, instead of how Eternal, where every button had a specific purpose for each equipment. They're just kind of washing that away now. Taking a lot of the depth of the game out, it seems. But maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, maybe there is depth in a different way for the new Doom game. I just don't really see it yet. Especially watching people play the game. I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's really just parry melee heavy, and I don't know. I don't really like that. Um, I do like the idea of bringing in like cosmic horror stuff, like Lovecraftian shit, Cthulhu and crap. That's a cool idea for a Doom game. I'll give them credit for that. I just, I don't know. It doesn't scream, oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna play the shit out of this game. It just seems like one of those games I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna play it maybe once or twice and be like, okay, yeah, it's alright. The new Doom game's alright. Another thing I've noticed about the gameplay for the new Doom game, and something I don't think anyone's been mentioning, are weak points just completely gone? Because weak points in Eternal was like a really interesting aspect of the game. I actually really enjoyed the weak point system, especially if you know how to abuse that type of situation. And I'm not talking about where you have to use the weak points, because a lot of people really didn't give a fuck for that if you knew how to play the game. But I always enjoy going for the weak points because I was able to hone in my aiming on that shit, and it felt pretty good when you're able to just like quick swap the living shit out of a Mancubus cannons and like shoot off Arachnotron's gun and all that. But every gameplay I've seen so far for the Dark Ages, I've seen a few Arachnotrons and seen a few Mancubi, and I haven't really seen weak points being knocked off on them. I don't know. I mean, they kind of revamped the weak point system in a certain way to make it implemented in the game, but okay, I guess they're just going back to not really incorporating that very much. I don't know. Who knows? Like I said, maybe it's going to be a fucking awesome game. Maybe the material they've been showing off just hasn't really been that interesting. I don't know. I just felt like making a video talking about it because I like Doom. Doom is a really cool franchise. I really enjoy the games. They haven't really made a horrible Doom besides maybe one or two of them, and one of those is a VR game, and the other one we just don't talk about. I'm still hopeful for the game. Hopefully it'll be one of the better games to come out this year. But yeah, I don't know. Sadly, I don't think another game will ever be able to surpass Doom Eternal's gameplay, which kind of sucks. The only way to get that kind of itch for a game is that game, which I guess is a good thing, because if you think about it, that's why people used to play Halo, because Halo was the only game that had that experience, and I guess I'm the same way when it comes to Doom Eternal, so, I always got Doom Eternal to go play again. But yeah, I guess I should stop yapping, and hopefully the game turns out well. If it does, fuck yeah, another good Doom game. If it turns out then, oh well. Anyways, I'm done yapping. Get the fuck out.